Look, there have been some things happening in my life recently. Some activity. I mean, it wasn't expected, but maybe also kind of expected. Not something that, it's not pleasant. Not pleasant, but in the end might be okay. I don't know. It's one of those things, It's one of the things where people say, you know what? Everything happens for a reason. And this is a weird statement, isn't it? Everything happens for a reason. I don't think everything happens for a reason. I think that's what people say to help themselves deal with situations that might be a little unpleasant and they're having a tough time understanding it and getting through it. You know what? Hey, everything happens for a reason. It's like, you know what? Hey, I lost a limb, but everything happens for a reason. No, I don't want to be minus a limb. There's absolutely zero reason for me to have no limb. Hey, everything happens for a reason. I mean, it'd be nice if we could use it for like just everything in life. Say you with a young lady and you just happen you let go a little early. You let go a little early. It was before things even really got started. It was a little quick. You were a little quick. But you say, hey, baby, everything happens for a reason. I don't know what that reason is, but once you lay that line on them, there's a possibility like, you know what? You right. You were so right. God is good. It's like almost a line that kind of goes along with like, religion. How, I like, I'm not religious, but, I understand why people are, they need something to lean on and to help them get through the tougher times in life. And someone decided one day instead of relying on faith, let's make up one saying that's going to help you through those difficult situations. And I don't want you to look to God. I want you to just think about this right here. Everything happens for a reason. And really, when you think about it, if you're like, oh, everything happens for a reason, that's almost saying that your life, everyone's life is predetermined. And I know people who do believe that their life is predetermined. They're saying, hey, this is what, whatever religion they may believe, this is what God had. This is what God had for you. This is what your life's going to be. It's predetermined. The problem with that is obviously that, they also preach free will. And if you have free will, how can it be anything be predetermined? Because you have free will to do what the fuck you want. Now I'm just rambling. But I'm just saying that, But I thought of that line and how people tend to overuse it when bad things happen or just tough times happen, and like, hey, everything happens for a reason. My personal situation, I don't think it happened for a reason. I think it just happened. It just happened. I know the reasons that led to it. There was no reason for it. There was no reason it had to happen. But everything happens for a reason, so I guess I guess the line holds true then, doesn't it? What do I know? Anyway, this is the JC Weekly Podcast. We on episode 12. You can catch me on all my other little socials: TikTok, JC Weekly Talks; Instagram, JC_Weekly; YouTube, JC Weekly. Excuse me. My Substack where I do write, JC Weekly. Not much there. I've been slacking with my writing. I'm in the middle of two things. I'm just kind of slowly working my way through both of them at the same time. And I'm a perfectionist, so when I write, it's just this whole thing. So it's like it's gotta be just so, you know. Anyway, hopefully I apologize for the last video. The camera cut off. I hope it's running right now, to be honest. Actually, you know what? Let me get up. Oh yeah. We're still going. We are still going. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know what happened last time. Camera cut off for whatever reason. So at last pod, if you're a YouTube watcher, had no video. But if you're just an audio listener, hey, no problems. So along with all my other issues going on in my life right now, which I don't find huge issues, it's just life. It's like life be liking sometimes. I noticed something with my kids. And I guess it's something that I knew all the time anyway. And once I sat down and thought about it, I was like, oh, I mean, this has got to be some of me too. But my kids can just get used to you not being around. Like, they damn near will forget about you if they don't see you in a while. Like the absence. No matter how close you may be, if you're family or whatever, the absence of you and not seeing you, like out of sight, out of mind type of thing. Like, it just wipes from their memory. They fine. Hey, you ain't around. Hey, no, look, as time goes on, they forget all about you. They, like, a family member's name can be said to them. They haven't seen it in a while. They act like they know who the fuck you're talking about. And look, they both are autistic, and I understand that's a huge part of it, probably. It's like the emotional side of things. So I give them a little grace. But you can't be forgetting folks like that. Just because they ain't around, I mean, you can be just forgetting folks and just being fine with them being out of your life. But of course, I took that and looked in the mirror on it. And I was like, God damn it, JC, you're a little bit the same way. Yeah, it hit me. I'm like a little bit of the same way. Like, I'm not autistic. But I realized if even the closest friend I cannot see for years on the time, and it just, I don't think about them. And that's bad to say. I hate to say that out loud. I hate to say that. There's only one friend I have. It's my best friend, and we don't see each other very often, and we talk occasionally. But he's like the one person, because I guess it's been a part of my life for so long. It's been over 20 some years. But generally, people come in and out of my life. I can, like, say coworkers that you befriend and you work with for 10 plus years, and you get really close with them. They know about you, you know about them, shit like that or whatever. And then somebody moves on, you or they. And you're a little sad about it, because I think everybody does get a little sad about things like that. I mean, like, oh, I'm sure we'll keep in contact and whatnot. You don't. No one ever keeps in contact. Ever. Really. And as this time moves on, like, I just don't think about them really too much, if at all. Don't miss them. And until something about them gets spoken up about, like, oh yeah, I remember them, yeah. Oh God, what's going on with them? And that's when you remember them, And I'm like, God, am I the same goddamn way? Am I the same way? Because I don't think that's healthy. I don't think that's healthy to be able to just have this dispensable relationships like that. That I can just, and just emotionally and mentally kind of just toss them to the side once they're not front facing any longer. And I haven't seen a bunch of my family in a long time, and I don't forget them. I mean, can't say I think about them either. I guess it's gotta be a little bit normal though, right? I feel like y'all gotta feel at least a little bit the same way. You don't see somebody in a long time. I mean, life gets so. This is not even part of the kids, because kids ain't got no life. They ain't got shit to do. They ain't got shit to worry about. But adults' lives, we got so much we have to pack into a day, a month, a year, a lifetime. That holding on to these things, it's hard to do. It's hard to holding on to these people, even when they're gone. Even maybe you were so close, or you enjoyed the time you had with them. I think the only way that a person really takes effects if there was like a real emotional like relationship, an actual relationship, not just like a friendship, but a relationship. Like that's when it's the claws are still in you no matter what, unless you like there's a bad breakup or something else, whatever reason may be. Like that's when you will remember and hold on to them and think about them from time to time. Remember their name. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes I be forgetting some people's names that I shouldn't forget because I like talk to them for like 10 years straight. Like I'll work with them every day, and I'm like, oh, what was that person's name again? Damn it, can't remember. Then I just chalk it up to being old and move on. It ain't that. It's got to be an emotional abnormality that causes that to happen. Like think about catching up with like someone from school, and they start bringing up names from people that were in your class that basically you knew for 12 years of your life, from fucking kindergarten to 12th grade. Kindergarten to 12th grade. That means that's deeply rooted relationships in people. You can say a name to me from my graduating class, and I will recognize the name, might not always be able to put a face with it. And that's not everyone. There are some that, obviously stick with me. But there are some, I'm like, you just have to continue on with this story because the name's right. I got the name. I understand the name. That is a familiar name to me. But I don't know what you're talking about. So let's just move on with the story. And that's a weird thing in itself, like to like have someone that much in your life. Of course, it's just school, and you don't always talk to everyone in your class. But over a 12-year span, you talk to them at some point in time. So I thought it was weird at first when my kids are like that, and it is some of their autism, like just out of sight, out of mind. And I'm looking up something real quick because I need to grab a quote for our next topic. But out of sight, out of mind, and I'm damn near the same way. How if you are out of sight, out of mind, and I don't know if I want to be that way. I wish I wasn't that way. And what does it say about you that you don't connect? Like, does it say you don't connect with people like you should? In a more healthy way, I guess, or is it at all? Like, the connection is there when they're there. When they're not there, it's not there, and like that's it. But I feel like it shouldn't be that way. I feel like, the connection should always be there. Even if they're not there, you should always have some thought of them, especially if they've been in your life for a long time. But I don't know. I'm a broken person. It's what it boils down. I'm just a broken person. All right. So I saw this quote, and I wanted to talk about that. Let's take a peek here if I can find this quote real quick. I apologize. I am not. Okay. The quote. I saw this quote and it really struck a nerve. It struck a nerve with me. It just kind of hit a little close to home with me. And I thought it was very interesting. The quote is, "Did he like you, or did he just know you liked him?" Now, it's using, he is the example here. So I was like, but we can use this interchangeably, whatever. It could be, did she like you, or did she, whatever, whatever your situation may be. But the context of the quote obviously is, let's make a story out of it. Say you see someone, whatever, meet them, just in passing, whatever, college, something, I don't know, whatever. And you thought they're cute, they're nice, whatever, but really didn't think much of them. And it just kind of just went on with your day. Then someone tells you, hey, or their friend or whatever, comes to you and says, hey, such and such has a crush on you. They like you. And then, that person that was just, hey, I saw them, they're whatever, moved on, they're cute, got bumped up a notch from that. Like, oh, really? Oh, well, let me take a second look. Let me investigate this more. And basically what it's saying is, people are getting together, maybe not off genuine feelings. And because of that, because genuine feelings, not that you can really enjoy being around each other, but if there aren't genuine feelings there in the first place, is it going to be successful in a relationship? That's interesting. Because I feel like this would happen, and I think the way they worded it, using how they use the man and the woman, it being about a man, is the correct way. Because I definitely think that men would be more inclined to take a second look at a female after they say maybe bypass them, if they found out they were liked by them more than a woman would. I think women are more very direct with what they like and what they see and their feelings on that. And so they don't really, especially if they're not younger, they're not going to bullshit around. They meet you, they don't like you, whatever. They find out you like them, don't care. I can't help that. That's very sweet. Is basically the answer to that. That's very sweet. But I don't like him like that. We just friends, and that's what it is. But men, I think men are different. I think men will actually um, mold themselves, mold the situation, and appreciate the fact that someone likes them, and like, oh, well, maybe I should be liking them back. Or let me take a second look, and maybe this can be something. And I don't know if it's the constant need to be liked. Is it the need to be liked? Give me a second. We're gonna work through this. Is it the need to be liked, or the want to be liked, and you just submit to that? I'm trying to find the better word to articulate myself. That's not the word I wanted. That is not the word I wanted. Like, everyone wants to be liked. I think more females get liked than males get liked, maybe, because there's plenty of attractive females out there, and there's plenty of guys that like those attractive females out there. And so they get liked more often. So they have the ability to, like, oh, if you like me, cool, whatever, that's cute. Move on. Actually have my eye on this guy over here. I don't know if guys always have that option, but if we find out we're liked, it's honestly, can we call a spade a spade? It's almost settling. And I think unless you get that same, unless you're a man, say you're a very attractive, very successful man who gets a lot of women in the first place, I think unless you get a lot of attention anyway, I think you will react like the women will react. Like, oh, that's cute. That's cute, but she's really not my thing. We're just friends or whatever. But I think an average guy may settle. I'm like, oh, well, she likes me, and she's not terrible to look at. She's not bad to look at. She's a cute girl. Maybe I'll go down this road and see where it leads me. Maybe we'll get to know each other. And I find that settling in any capacity probably is not going to be a road to success. It is not going to be a road to success. So that's a very interesting quote, and I think one that's very true to life. I think I wouldn't be surprised if that happens more often than not. Because really, you would think that, statistically, the men crush on women more than women to crush on the men, right? Maybe it's 50-50. But it feels like, because men are so always on the hunt, so animalistic, so, especially when they're young, horny. Not that women aren't, I'm just saying. Always looking for something. And so they'll have 15 different fucking crushes. They'll be crushing on 15 different girls. And then a 16th one comes up that's not one of their 15, but not, has some qualities they like. Finds out they do like them. I guarantee they would settle. I'm like, oh, well, let's get this a shot. Let's see where. Maybe she's as good as these people over here that are turning me, that are not giving me a second glance. And you think about that, and you wonder if How often is that happen in real life? I think probably more than we'd like to admit. And is it the reason why so many people don't make it? Because at some point in time, there was settling, there was compromise between the two. At some point, there's something about each of these people saw something they didn't like, but they compromised on it because there was a few other things they liked about them. Or they just found someone they knew really, really liked them. Because that's a feeling that's hard to like genuinely find sometimes, right? Like someone like really, really likes you. And that's a good feeling no matter how you feel back towards to them. Like, oh my God, like she loves me so much. And like, and you set aside maybe how you actually feel back towards them and just keep pushing forward. And like, hey, in this, it's being content. It's being content is what it is. I don't think we should be content. I think that's something, I guess as a people, I don't know what the young kids do these days, but probably should work on is just not settling, not being content. Having genuine feelings towards someone and realizing what it is they want and don't want, and maybe taking the time to be friends with each other first, learn each other first, and see. So contentment never even comes into it. It's just always, love. I don't know. I'm not the best person to be talking on this issue, to be honest with you, but I like to quote. All right. I think that's gonna be it for me. That was episode 12. Hit me up on all the socials. Leave comments in this video and tell me what you think. Until next time, peace.